What's up YouTube? It is Special Game 75 here today. We're playing Sakura Bunny Girls Part 8. I think we're getting close to the end of this series. We're getting there close. We're almost there. Anyways, let's get started. Let's ask about her ambitions. Do you have any plans for the future, Yuka, aside from managing your people? I mean, I gotta say, that's something I never gave much thought to. I've been so worried about taking care of my crew that I didn't ask myself what I wanted to do with my life. It's the perfect chance to think about it then. Easier said than done, Yuri, because what could a girl like me do? Maybe I could go to college or whatever. Maybe when I discovered my powers, I finished my studies and began chasing those money-hungry vultures off my neighborhood. That's a good idea. It's never too late to learn something new. What would you want to study, though? There are so many possibilities. I'd have to reflect on it very carefully. But off to the top of my head, I chose something related to business management so that I could open my own business one day. I've earned a massive amount of experience leading my people. How hard could it be doing the same inside a company? You can ask me a rhetorical question, though I opt to answer with a shrug. I'm prompting her to snort comically. Sometimes the only difference between a street gang and a company is the sharp suits people are forced to wear. I'm not sure what kind of business I would go with though, but what I'm dead sure of is that I donate some of the benefits to the people in need. That's be very generous of you, Yuka. Not many companies do that. Grandma always says that it's our duty to make the world a better place, Yuri, and I firmly believe that. So regardless of what the future holds for me, I'll do the best to stand by those words. Motivated by her explanation, Yuka pumps her fist free, showing how solid her convictions are. If I didn't know her as I do, I could perfectly see Yuka as a heroine of some superhero comic, which in my opinion is truly amazing. Anyway, I do visit her whenever I have a spare moment, so there's that. What about you, Yuri? Do you get to see your family much? In person? Not quite. They live in a small town away from the city, so the best I can hope for is a video call. Which doesn't happen often since they're as busy as me. Oh damn, that's very lame. It is, yes. But since what matters is staying in contact, I don't complain. That's a positive way of seeing it, so I'll take it. You can reinforce her comment with a mischievous wink, holding bittersweet feelings about the situation with my family. Given how much her family means to her, I highly doubt she's able to endure it. Alright, we arrive at our destination at last. What a walk, huh? Are you sure this is the right place, Yuka? It's identical to your hideout. It is, because it is, Yuri. All the reviews are where they should be. So that's why we've been turning left the whole time? Yep, it was to return to the origin. But if it serves you, we've drawn the biggest circle possible. I wanted us to build quite an appetite after all. Resisting the urge to chuckle impatiently, Yuka takes me inside the familiar building, my expression clouded with bafflement as she does so. An appetite? Is there some kind of a meal waiting inside? And what does her gang? Didn't she want to stay away from them tonight? One of the unasked questions is responded to as soon as we enter, laying my eyes on a warehouse that's deserted. There's not a single soul in sight. What do you expect from seemingly an abandoned place? Where's everyone, Yuka? Your hideout was crowded this morning. I sent them off. I told my gang that I needed the premises to be completely empty until tomorrow morning for reasons. I wonder what reasons, though. They obeyed me, of course, kind of reluctantly, because it's a pain to leave, but they did still. Did you really say for reasons? Were they suspicious or something? Nah, it happened before. Usually when I have to take a break from our operations, a leader needs to be fresh to guide their people to victory. And since they understand that, they don't ask any questions when the time comes for them to scram. That makes sense, I guess. I believe this is a world I'll never fully comprehend. What? It's super simple, Yuri. What You do what the girl in the bunny suit says. You can see her like her employer, but way hotter and more stylish. Yuka comparison is so nonchalant that I burst into laughter, my mind committing the mistake of balancing the differences between her and Mr. Himura. Unsettling wouldn't even begin to describe it if he wore a similar suit to hers. Well, the thing is, nobody will be bothering us. And before you ask me anything, no, there wasn't a better place to do this, Yuri. I would take you to my house if I could, though the last thing we need is my family giving you the third degree, especially Grandma. Who is this young man? Where did you meet him? Is he your boyfriend? Why is he your boyfriend? And 1,000 more questions. Jesus Christ! I hope I don't have to go through something like this. No. So yeah, I'm doing us a favor by skipping that scene. So you can thank me later, by the way. Yuka doesn't stop joking around as she opens the door that leads to her bedroom, her mockingly grin revealing that most of what she said will be true. I could totally picture her grandma being that nosy with a complete stranger. My grandma would probably ask the same questions though. And here we are again, my bedroom. I'm sorry I couldn't clean this place properly, but I'm gonna try to make up for that with some delicious food. The best you've had in ages, I promise. You want seconds for sure. It's alright, Yuka. I'll consider myself more than satisfied with getting to have dinner with you, no matter how tasty it will be. Aren't you a charmer? But seriously, this ramen is top notch, definitely the best in the city, if not Japan. And it's insanely rare too. Only 3 people have access to it in the world. 4 if we count you, Yori. Probably exaggerating the quality of ramen she ordered from some distinguished restaurant. Yuka places a tray she hid on her bed. The bags that contains the bowls not having any kind of recognizable features. I wonder. That's weird. Did she perhaps exchange the bags to keep the name of the diner secret? Probably yes. Famous brands love printing their names everywhere. Anyway, it's time to dig in. But you go first, Yori. I want to hear your sincere opinion. If the ramen doesn't make you cry, I'm becoming a cave hermit. Cave hermit. He sure hopes to put on this food to claim that, Yuka. Where did you even get it from? No asking now. You're only allowed to eat. Yuka narrows her eyes playfully, while she tosses a pair of chopsticks in my direction, making me catch them mid-air. And then I sink them under the still boiling broth, fresh with a sizable chunk of meat that I drive to my mouth. It takes my palate a few seconds to overcome the scorching heat, but in the end, an extremely powerful yet delicious flavor invades it. Incredible. It tastes like an improved version of the traditional ramen. People would form a mile-long line just to have a singular slurp of that. And they did, alright. I saw with my own eyes. Neighbors would leave their workplace early to eat some because if you snooze, you lose. You lost your chance that day. Not to mention it was pretty funny seeing them race to our place. That was always amused Grandma. Lifting her head to better remember the past, Yuka chuckled softly as I guzzled down the ramen, the contents of the bowl dangerously low when I decided to reply. So, your grandma cooked this for us. That was very nice of her. Even more so since she's retired, right? Yeah, she stopped cooking professionally soon after Dad found a new job and Mom got better. She owned the most popular ramen restaurant in the city, which explains why those disgusting bankers tried to trick her into signing a dubious contract to expand her business. Ha! They didn't know they were messing with. However, if I had been her, I would have invited those blockheads to discuss their offers with some unique ramen that would have changed their minds forever. Upon saying that, Yuka smirks wickedly, hinting that their food would have had special ingredients better left untold. Despite her hatred, Yuka wouldn't dare to poison those people, but adding a couple of laxatives sounds like something she fancied doing. What a threatening cook she'd be to those two bankers at least. Which makes me feel very thankful she no longer thinks I'm one of their ilk. Spending the rest of the night glued to the toilets doesn't sound enticing the slightest. Imagine taking a dump for 2 hours on the toilet, bro. Oh, fucking painful, man. Encouraged by its succulent flavor, succulent, Yuka and I empty our respective bowls of ramen faster than we wanted, both of us full but still craving for more. Unfortunately for us, her grandmother didn't cook anything else, so we decided to take it easy, lay on her bed, and resume chatting. It's been pleasantly entertaining getting to know Yuka this much. I definitely love to hear more stories about her and her family. What a dinner. I'm stuffed. I wish I could eat this much and this great more often. You don't? Why? Since your grandma's the cook, you could literally have this ramen every night, Yuka. First of all, if I did, I'd get sick of ramen within a week. Secondly, as I told you, my grandma's pretty old. She cooked this for us because I told her it was for a special occasion. And thirdly, I rarely have the chance to sneak out of this hideout to eat with my family. So in the end, I almost always have breakfast, lunch, and dinner here with my people. It's kind of depressing, I know. But at least I never eat alone. That'd be even sadder. Even sadder. Yuka giggles at her comments with a bit of gloominess attached to her laughter, suggesting she'd prefer to share every single meal with her family. Leadership truly is taking a lot from her. What about you, Yori? Where in and with whom do you usually eat? Well, depends on who invites me. I haven't eaten by myself anyway, so. To be honest, it depends on mostly on who invites me, Yuka. Most of the days I have to eat alone at my apartment, but on some others, I get to eat outside with company. It was you tonight, and I'm glad I dislike eating in front of an empty seat. Oh wow, look at Mr. Popular here. But yeah, jokes aside, it makes sense. I guess that you gotta deal with a ton of people thanks to your job, so some end up inviting you to say thank you for something. In part, that's why I asked you to meet me. Appreciate your efforts. You're practically working your ass off unraveling this case, so I thought you deserve a reward that went beyond money. And what better reward than having dinner with your favorite bunny girl, huh? Yoko accompanies her teacher remark with a nudge to my shoulder, her confidence so strong that she's not even going to ask if that's the case. However, her narrow gaze give away that she's about to ask something else. Isn't that very reason that made you come here? The possibility of receiving some sort of reward from a girl that you like? You can admit it out loud. I won't get mad. Between the two of these, I have no idea. It's like, I came because it was a play like any other. Well, between the two, I guess I'll just, I came because it was like a plan like any other you could. I would have come with or without being enticed by reward. And go back home only having gone for a walk with a girl? I don't think so, Yuri. You're only playing tough. Which is very unneeded since we're both adults and we can speak our mind. Upon uttering that, with Yuka inches closer to me, resting her hand essentially on my leg. Her intentions are more than glaring now. So tell me, Yuri, what do you want to do next? This place is empty and will remain empty until morning. As long as with you anything goes. Yuka, your choice. Anything goes, you say. Oh boy. Now that's a response I love hearing. But yeah, all things considered, perhaps we should eventually hit the sack. I don't want to be sleep-deprived zombie tomorrow or any kind of zombie, to be honest. Yuka lets out a burst of laughter as she withdraws her soft voice, insinuating this isn't the way she wanted this night to come to an end. Yet it did. There are things we can never plan. I'll be on my way then. It's been very fun hanging out with you. Oh no, you're not going anywhere, Yori. You're staying here with me. Why? Well, duh, it's dangerous to go alone in the city so late. You might get mugged or worse. And I won't be there to protect you in case you need my help because I'm getting really sleepy. But willing to let me go, you can invent a few excuses to force me to stay, disregarding my experience with dealing with muggers. Okay, so what do you suggest I do? Sleep with you on the same bed? Wouldn't that be awkward? Only if you make it awkward, Yuri. And for the record, this is the only proper bed around. But don't get any funny ideas when I say sleep. I mean sleep for real. Got it? Oh god, what's that face? Oh boy. I've seen what you can do with your powers, Yuka. No funny thoughts will dare to cross my mind. Pleased with somewhat jittery response, you can witness how I cover my body with the bed sheets. Before she does the same, keeping her distance from me as we proceed to sleep. Although as I'm waiting for slumber to greet me, I can't shake off the feeling that Yuka's dying for some contact. Is she upset because of something I said? Or is this funny thought that I'll leave my ass to get whipped by her watery lashes? I'd rather not find out. Oh boy. It's morning time. This inclined to draw the curious eyes of Yuka gang and raise many eyebrows questions. I exit her bedroom and warehouse at dawn, early enough to find myself alone in front of the building. Still can't believe the attackers disappeared, leaving nothing behind but tire tracks. And how come nobody saw them get away from the neighborhood? Their cars were huge and impossible to miss. Plus, gunshots don't go unnoticed that easily. The case is getting cold and I barely begun. She punched me hard if she heard me say this, but it's almost disappointing that Satomi isn't involved. The way there would be some sort of lead to follow at the crime scene. Wait for a second there. Crime scene? There is no crime scene. And it's been 2 whole days since the incident already. An army of cops and media should be snooping around like I'm doing right now. Why aren't they here? Why is nobody investigating but me? That makes no... Suddenly this discovery triggers me to snap my fingers, and realization of the case burning hot once more. The neighbors must have called the police when they heard the shots. Anyone would have done that in an instant. Yet no cruisers came to see what was happening and tend to the emergency. That sounds terribly suspicious. To the point the police might have something to do with the raid. I'd asked the cop directly about it, though that led only to my detention or mysterious disappearance. Fortunately for me, I know the perfect girl for asking such dangerous questions. I wonder who. Squinting with sheer tiredness, Rico leans against the wall, struggling to keep herself awake and not fall asleep on her feet. I bet it's the first time she's woken up this early in ages. Do wonder if she usually visits that snazzy club. That'd destroy anyone's sleep pattern in a blink. Squinting with sheer tiredness, Rico leans against the wall, struggling to keep herself awake and not fall asleep on her feet. I bet it's the first time she's woken up this early in ages. Thank you for letting me in, Rico. I have something critical to tell you. I hope it's really important, Yuri. I was sleeping so peacefully. Rico yawns, closing her eyes for almost the duration of 40 blinks. Anyway, what is it? Yuri, did someone die? Has the economy crashed? Kind of. Yuka and I prevented that from happening. Whoa, did you two save the world's economy? No, the former. Some heavily armed people saw Yuka's hideout and they almost opened fire. Yuka's paying me to find out who they are. You scared me for a second there. If the economy had crashed, all the money I earned with you would be worthless. Killing people is just as serious. Well, I believe that killing people is equally serious, Rico. I wouldn't disregard the facts so casually. You can replace money, but you can't replace people. So let's focus on what matters, shall we? These material things shouldn't concern us now. Guilty for having deemed money for more important. Rico grimaced with regret. Wish she hadn't said that. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that, Yuri. So what happened exactly? Some bozos with guns attacked Yuka and then you kicked them out. Is that it? Well, that's a short summary. Yes, that's what happened. Well, those guys don't belong to a street gang then. My take is a company. Someone hired them to act as a hitman. And guess what? Tomi's company loves doing that. I already asked her, Rico, personally. Neither she nor the people she works for have anything to do with it. Perplexed, Rico tilts her head. Her degree was a surprise similar to Yuka's. Satomi truly has a bad reputation among them. Wow, I didn't see that coming. I was convinced it'd be her. Do you have any ideas who else could it be, Yuri? Not really, though I have a promise leading. During the raid, there were gunshots and sounds of fighting. The neighbors surely alerted the police, but nobody showed up, not even today. Strange, don't you think? There's something extremely off, yeah. The cops are curious, but by nature, I can't believe they aren't asking questions as we speak. Exactly. And that's why I want to ask you a favor, Rico. Rico smiles in anticipation, eager to hear what I have to say, though she must have an idea already. A favor? And what could it be? What could that be, Yuri? I need answers from the police, and since I won't be able to get them, I want you to do it for me with your powers. I'll come with you, of course. You won't do this alone. I see. Now tell me what I get from helping you with this. You'll be doing a huge favor for society. Isn't that enough payment, Rico? It is, but I want something from you. You're the one asking me for a favor, not society. Teasingly, Rico narrows her eyes, using my request as an excuse to take advantage of me. I think I know how to bargain with her. Okay, if you help me infiltrate the commissary and obtain the information I need, I'll come to the Scarlet Moon with you again. And spend the whole night with me? And spend the whole night with you. Yes. Do we have a deal? You bet we do. Let's go. With our negotiations coming to an end, Rico casts away her weariness as she springs to my side and takes me by the hand. This is a small price to pay to complete my mission. Not too bad of a small price. Or would it be if it was something that cost me? Visiting that club again with Rico sounds more like a reward than a payment. Sounds like a good plan. Oh, here we are. Just like before, Rico got changed into inside the bathroom, her glaring bunny suit going unnoticed by everyone in the lobby. What did they see? A regular dress or a police outfit? The face of the police woman attending her suggests the latter. Hello, ma'am. How may I help you? You perhaps won't know a thing, but yesterday's night there was a big fight in the old neighborhood. There was even gunfire. Can you believe that? So the thing is, my friend here wants to know why you guys didn't show up. Oh, I had no clue. The commissioner is the one who handles that kind of significant infractions. You should meet him on the top floor. He'll be inside his office, but I warn you, he is a man of a few words. You might not get much from him. Well, that's no problem. Everyone gets chatty with me. And he will too. Rico sticks out her tongue playfully to the policewoman before she gestures to me to follow her to the elevator. The last floor becoming our new destination. Rico claimed that her powers only work with people with poor wills. Will the commissioner be the one of those people? For our own good, he better be. Transversing as if we own the police station, we ultimately enter the commissioner's office, who's looking over some files without paying attention to us. Ignoring the girl in the bunny suit is a good sign. It gives away that we won't have any problems retrieving sensitive information from him. But hi there, you're the commissioner, right? The one who takes care of this police station? Yes, that's me. What do you want? You don't look like cops to me, and I don't accept visits from the civilians. We're civilians, all right, but you'll make an exception with us, won't you? We got some questions to ask you that can't wait. Fine. I'll overlook it just this once. Rico giggles with delight, the commissioner's submissiveness proving to be clear indication that he's under her control. My friend here says that there was a huge brawl yesterday in the old neighborhood. One was shot and that you didn't dispatch any policemen to the area. Any reasons why? That sounds superstitious if you ask me. Truth to be told, I didn't send anyone because I was bribed not to. They paid handsomely, so I accept without making any questions. Who bribed you? Criminal leader? A representative from a corporation. They're new to the city, apparently. The girl that spoke on their behalf struck me as a powerful hungry despite her odd looks. Odd looks? In what sense? She wasn't wearing the usual business suit. She was wearing a bunny suit, like your friend. Our jaws dropped when we heard this. Hardly believing what the commissioner said. Whoa, can you see my bunny clothes for real? Of course, how could I not? I'm not blind. That's incredibly weird, isn't it, Rico? Sort of, yeah. That means that his will is weak enough to succumb to my powers, but what's somewhat strong strong since he doesn't fall for the visual illusions, which all things considered is more than alright. Because you won't be telling me anyone about your visit, will you? No, this never happened. Exactly. Rico giggles impatiently as she takes a seat on the commissioner's desk, concealing her amazement behind her usual teasing behavior. I'm rather shocked too. Not only because the commissioner is able to see Rico's clothes, but because there's apparently a new bunny girl in town. So about that other bunny girl, did she give you a name? She kept the whole meeting a secret. I have no names or any useful clues for you. That's inconvenient. And what about the name Satomi? Does that name ring any bells? No, it's the first time I've heard it. Well, crap, that was our last lead, Yori. It wasn't Rico. It never was. To begin with, Satomi said she was innocent, and I believe her. Yeah, but I know her company pretty well, and a tiger can't change its stripes. I twist my lips with annoyance, ticked off to hear that Rico's always doubted Satomi's word and mine. Satomi's got to be the most famous girl in the bunny suit for everyone to mistrust anything related to her. That must be because they haven't had a chance to meet her more personally like I did. Anyway, do you have any more questions for our corrupt friend here, Yori? I don't think so. He revealed all he could do to us already. Yep, that's what I thought. So why don't you be a good boy, cuff your hands behind your back, and admit that you've been bribed to not do your job yesterday, Okay, I will. The commissioner nods mindlessly, leaving his office as he follows Rio's commands obediently. I don't know about you, Yori, but I need a drink. This story is getting extremely complicated, and in my opinion, this town had more than enough with 3 bunny girls, and we're good at least. Relatedly good, I think. You 3 are far from being angels. Hence, the bunny suits. The bunnies are mischievous. Wait, are they? Probably. I never had one as a pet. Only a parakeet, and he was a prick. He'd probably be annoying as the most annoying bird of all. Rico gives out her comments before she springs to her feet, latching onto my side by curling her arm around mine. Anyway, should we leave? We're done here. Yeah, but I'm so confused. Is there really a 4th bunny girl? If so, who is she? What kind of inhumane powers does she have? What does she use them for? What appeared to be the resolution of this case just blew out of proportion. That's a lot of questions, Yuri. Very complicated ones as well. We can't just answer them all at once. Yeah, you're right, Rico. It seems there's a lot of more investigation left to do. I wonder who that 4th bunny girl is. But anyways, we have finally reached the end of this video too, and that's pretty much the end of this series here. Well, I would just say Sakura bunny girls, but we might probably see like a part 2 soon, because now it's like a 4th bunny girl in town. There's gonna be a feeling there's gonna be like a part 2 coming out, like Sakura bunny girls too. Like if it becomes like the Sakura series, then we have something new for this stuff. Please look forward to part 2. Yep, I knew it. Damn well, I knew it. Hope to see part 2 coming soon. Well, but anyways, everyone, we have finally reached the end of this video today. And soon we'll see part 2 of this game coming very soon. Maybe probably towards the end of the year, or maybe towards next year, or so like that. But anyways, that is pretty much it for today. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for sticking around for this long series of 8 episodes. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to join my new Discord server down below in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.